Well, hello everybody. It's me, mayohosko, and this is the end of an era. So I'll wait for people to come on in before I give my full thoughts about what that means. But there's going to be changes again, and I'm sipping on my water bottle. But yeah, this isn't the first time that this has happened because it boils down to consistency and having an identity and knowing what the fuck you're doing. And I like to say that I check all those boxes. I mean, why wouldn't I? Because I'm at 1,000 subscribers. Because as well as being an as well as being an academic in public and tertiary education, I'm an academic on social media, and I studied my ass off to find all the ways to get more views and to attract subscribers. And I did. I got 1,000, which is not by accident. And I am really happy that I got to 1,000 subscribers before I go back to grad school in 5 days. I'm going back to grad school in 5 days, which means you might have noticed for the last 2 weeks or so, I've had more things that I needed to upload, which is why we brought back some of those Thursday uploads. When I go back to university, we're not going to be uploading on my Thursday because I just won't have the time. And I looked at the dates for when my mid-semester break will be. It'll be at the end of September to the start of October. So I know those dates. I just don't know the dates of my classes yet because the university has not made that public, which I'm quite upset about. They haven't made that information public, and it's 5 days to go till the start of the semester. I don't know why they are being so slow. Their website even says they will publish a week beforehand. But I've only gotten information from one of my 4 classes, and that's not even the full information, so that's really kind of pissing me off. But yeah, it's the end of an era because we're getting rid of Brick Talk. We're getting rid of Brick Talk because I know exactly who I am, but my co-host, he didn't. And so he called the shots the whole way through. And he actually hit the reboot button on his channel. And that was his choice. And I knew something like that was coming. So I don't hold any ill will about it because I could see it coming. So once again, I am on the search for a new co-host. And so once again, I'm going into live stream retirement. That doesn't mean that I won't do a pop-up stream whenever I feel like it. That just means that no longer going to be doing regularly scheduled streams. So I'm going back into stream retirement until we can find a new co-host. I've gone through 3 co-hosts now, and I would have liked to keep it going with all 3 of them it was their choices to resign from their posts, and it's two of them was because of scheduling conflicts, and the latest one was because of an existential crisis. Yeah. So I don't know what I'm going to be doing um, when I go back to university. No, sorry, when I go back to grad school. But what I do know is that I do need to schedule a 24-hour stream because some of my subscribers remembered that I would do that when I get to 1,000 subscribers. And so, yeah, I'll be fielding candidates about who wants to join me. So who do we have in chat? We have T-Mog. This is so the AI thing is something that a bunch of us in the jungle did, and if we have anyone from the jungle that gets in here, they can explain it. Yeah, unfortunately, we all have to make changes every now and then. Zelda, hello. If you watched some of my previous streams, then you would know who my co-host was for 3 weeks. But yeah, while I got a lot of comments I need to respond to at the same time, so I'm gonna go through and do that. There's a bunch of comments I need to respond to. So that's my YouTube studio. And I need to respond to stuff. Okay. And I think this stuff dates back 10 days. So this was on my Fortnite video. Blue thinks it looks good, and I'm going to give the like emoji. Owen thinks it looks great. I'm going to give the like emoji. Zelda says, but is it hot? And I'm going to say that's hot. And I'm going to give that a heart. Then YOLO says, great set, still haven't built mine yet. And I will say, once you get past the technique, oopsie, once you get past the technique, it's fun. Gonna give that a heart as well. And then on my video, I got new shelves. Copper says, really nice tour of your Lego shelves. You have a really good collection. Gonna give that a heart. And I'm gonna use one of the AI responses written by YouTube AI. Blue says, your legs shelves look really good, Mayo. I'm going to say, I don't know what leg means. And the Dead Bricks says, congrats on 1,000 subscribers. I'm going to heart that and say, thanks, fam. Rular says, nice display. Actually, yeah. And I'm going to give the like emoji. Country says, new shelf, nice. Do you put sets on top of the shelves too? I'm going to give that a heart and say, do you not see sets on these shelves? Cliff says more room for Lego. And I'm going to say more room reallocated out of my garage. Going to give that a heart as well. Jay's Edit says, congrats on 1K. You earned it, bro. I'm going to give that a heart. And also say, thanks, fam. Then my video that I uploaded, my recent upload, Blue says that Habitat looks really good. I don't watch movies. Have a great week. I'm going to give that a heart and saying, I don't watch movies either. And Pastor Jensen says the Habitat collection is really good, and I really like how you solved the stomping scene in this showcase. My all-time favorite movie is Das Boot. I'm going to give that a heart and saying my father likes that movie too. Do you want to suggest I build a scene from that movie? Question mark. Gonna refresh this. And oh shit. Oh, that's new. There's a pop-up screen from YouTube Studio. And this was from episode 5 of Brick Talk, which is now going to be a defunct series. Brick Therapy 2331 says, good topics, just missed the stream, still watch the vids. Thanks for being part of the replay gang. And I'm going to give that a heart. And that should be all the comments. Okay. Yeah. So that's all. That's all the breaking news. And we'll see if anyone else comes on in. And also, I'm going to put up some things because thank you for 1,000 subscribers, everybody. You can only do that at once. You're going to put up the thank you screen for 1,000 subscribers. We'll just wait for anyone else to come into the chat. Anyone out there? Hey Gladiator, how is it going? I'm just unloading information on anyone who comes in here today because it's the end of an era. And there's going to be big changes coming again. And my beard is so goddamn itchy. And I just responded to a whole bunch of comments. So the changes is that my co-host has requested to end the Brick Talk series because he's having an existential crisis and he rebooted his channel. And that means that I'm going back into live stream retirement. I'm going into live stream retirement again until I can find a new co-host. Hey, Panda. Yeah, so once again, I am fielding candidates for a new co-host. And because I'm going back to grad school on Monday, I've had so many things to communicate this month that we brought back the Thursday uploads for a little while, going back to just the singular video per week. I want to get out some. I want to get out some whole videos. I need to get out my city update. I need to do an update video tomorrow, and I've got another Lego minifigure habitat video that will be coming out after the city update. And I've also when I was building the Arctic train, I after I finished that, I made a video talking about how I'm going to incorporate that into my city. So I forget after I upload my city update on Monday, I forget if the minifigure habitat video or the train video will come out after that. I need to go back and review what I recorded so I can get the scheduling right. Yeah, because I try to schedule everything I do, and sometimes I say things in my videos which are for the wrong times. But if you watched my latest video, you'll know that I now have new intro and credits. I have new intro and credits because I was having audio issues with the previous versions. And so yeah, and so now I got a new editing pattern for when I splice everything together on iMovie. So hopefully everything will be as slightly more seamless. But yeah, besides those big changes, if anyone else wants to ask me any questions or if they want to talk about something, just let me know, because thank you for 1,000 subscribers, everybody. Thanks for 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, so yeah, so if I can get this centered. Yeah, if I can get this centered, then I can use then I can get this as centered. Yeah. Thank you everyone for 1,000 subscribers. Panda says, I am currently working on pulling videos for you. I don't know what that means. Gladiator says, I'm annoyed that my short videos get more than stop motions. Well, yeah, that's because it's on a shorts algorithm, not the video algorithm. I'm not sure what that means. If anyone wants to write a public comment congratulating me on 1,000 subscribers, they can go and commented on my video about my new Lego shelves, because that was the video I uploaded on the day when I got 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, and so proof. Oh, that's what you're talking about. I still have. They're still in my media assets on StreamYard. I just can't use them until I pay for it again. However, I can go back onto my previous streams, and for any ones that I absolutely care about, I can just screen record off of my own screen. Yeah, so thank you for 1,000 subscribers, everybody. And this is the best flex that I've ever done on social media. This is my best social media flex ever. And I heard something about a gift with purchase. Oh, it's just the one that was available last week. Okay. Yeah, so they're just regurgitating the old talking talking points. Okay. You know what? For the hell of it, I want to see what's going on with the Brick Fan, because the Brick Fan has kind of let down their guard. There's been a lot of slow news. There's been a lot of slow news weeks lately, because Lego Ideas has absolutely dominated the Brick Fan. Yeah, I'd be interested to see that product, Panda. So let me stop sharing this, and let me share the Brick Fan just to see if there's anything interesting on the Brick Fan. Yeah, I'm not interested in the make and take. Although you see those 2x2, those 2x2 round tiles, those were some of the fan grills on Lego train sets. I think of the yellow cargo train from 2010. And I think that's a 90s printed tile above that 1x2 grill. And from this shot, it looks like that is a sticker, not a print. So I don't know what's up with that. I've never done a make and take, but do they include stickers for the make and take sets? Oh, this is American exclusive. Something about Z Blob. This was from 3 days ago. Lego Ideas July 20 update. What's this about? You can see the mystery machine right there. Oh yeah, this was the thing about that. What's this? Oh yeah, these are just all the recent ideas projects thing. And set reviews, this thing about some Jurassic World. I don't care. I am sick of the news about Lego ideas. I really do not give a fuck. They brought back the Amelia ticket booth, and the reason why they did this is because the Steamboat isn't selling well. It's not selling. They also bought this back. I think this is a gift with purchase for gift with purchase if you buy this botanical set. I don't like it when a gift with purchase is only available with the purchase of a specific set. I don't like that. A lot of people have been talking about this, but I don't give a fuck because this is a vehicle. It's the Italian market van set 5009422. Gift with purchase. A few days ago, Lego revealed this, blah, blah, blah. They said that there was a Mediterranean scene gift with purchase set to go along with it. Which got revealed as the Italian Riviera idea set. Yeah. 142-piece set features a blue Piaggio ape carrying a lemon tree along with a toolbox, broom, shovel, flower pot, and a box with a fish and starfish. It's a neat little set to go along with the Italian Riviera, but the press release was kind of misleading. What the fuck does that mean? And I don't care for this at all. Although it's nice that they use those bionicle Baraki eyes in the bright light yellow to represent lemons. What else did they have on here? This is something I'm also really sick and tired of. I'm sick of the idea set, get 10,000 views, and this set is on sale at Amazon. Just completely flooding news websites like nobody cares. Nobody cares. But this is something people care about. The Peter Jackson minifigure that was that sold at auction for $40,000 US. Really? You're going to pay $40,000 for this? You're going to pay the price of an you're going to pay the price of an SUV, a sports utility vehicle, for a Lego minifigure? Get the fuck out of town. That's crazy. That is just crazy. I want to read through this whole Instagram post to see what's going on here. But before that, Gladiator says some things. Worst name for stop motion is Lego Complaint Box. I'm not sure about that. A lot of people want more of the dinosaurs. Lego needs to make more dinosaurs and prehistoric beasts like the ground sloth and terror birds. Yeah, I think there is a market for those kinds of sets. I talk with people every day who really like collecting the dinosaurs. So I want to read. I want to read this thing by Rarest Lego Minifigures on Instagram. Almost 2,000 likes on this post. Peter Jackson minifigure, an internally circulated figure created for the partnership of Peter Jackson and the Hobbit franchise and Lego. Most were given to Peter Jackson. A few were given to employees that helped with the design process of Lord of the Rings and Hobbit theme. This is the first. Yeah, that's just terrific grammar right there. not. This is the first publicly available and sold. Wait, this is the first publicly available and sold by. Yeah, just again, brilliant grammar. Not. This is the first publicly available and sold by a former designer. No other are known to be in public hands. I'm excited to pair him with my other internally circulated director, George. I guess the George Lucas minifigure. Wait, is this guy flexing that he bought this shit? Oh my god. This is a daily countdown of the top 100 rarest items in my Lego collection. Yeah, so he's just flexing that he wasted a whole bunch of money on an overpriced minifigure. Brilliant money management right there, folks. Items are ranked based upon a cumulative score of three criteria: approximate quantity, estimated value, and market availability. This is a combination of an objective quantity and subjective value and availability opinion based on my experience as a collector. Hashtag top 100 rarest Lego countdown. That guy might need to go back to senior year English class. This was the reveal. A few weeks ago, we got a first look at the extremely rare Lego Peter Jackson minifigure. We now know the buyer and how much they paid for it. We can now confirm that Samuel Burkhard, aka Rarest Lego Minifigure on Instagram, is the buyer, which isn't too surprising. The more shocking part is that the final price of it was $38,028 and if you account for import taxes, its value is probably worth over 40. When you check out Samuel's Instagram account, you can see thousands and thousands of dollars of rare Lego items that he has obtained throughout the years, and the Peter Jackson minifigure may be one of the rarest ones. Well, if there was less than 300 of them made, then it's more rare than the Will I Am Lego minifigure. It's more rare than that. Yeah, that was. Wait, is there? Yeah, that was everything there. So that was some interesting stuff. Yeah, just wanted to read some of the news. Yeah, so that's some of the news. Hello, Johnny, and hello, Dustin. A recap. Okay, so it's the end of an era. My co-host has chosen to go in a different direction. He rebooted his channel. He has an existential crisis, and he wants to. He didn't like the content he uploaded on his channel, so he's starting again. For reasons that I'm going to keep private. And so as a result, no more regularly scheduled streams on my channel for the foreseeable future until we can find a new co-host. So I am once again fielding candidates to be my next co-host, and I'm going back to grad school on Monday. So for this month, I had more things to talk about Lego. So that's why I brought back the Thursday uploads while I was on semester break. And when I go back to grad school, we're just going to be uploading the one video per week. And I'm going back into live stream retirement until we can find a new co-host. That doesn't mean that I won't do a pop-up stream whenever I feel like it. That just means that that nothing's going to be regularly scheduled. Yeah, a lot of people have bad grammar. Yeah, yeah, those were my thoughts. There's a lot. I think there's a lot more things you can do with 40,000 American dollars. What's the price per piece? Let me go back and try to see that. Peter Jackson Lego minifigure. I'll get. I'll try to look at some pictures and see how many pieces. So it doesn't look like it comes with any accessories. Doesn't look like it comes with any accessories. So it's the standard 4 parts. So you're looking at $10,000 per piece. $10,000 per piece. Yeah, it kind of makes me sick too, but I'm not immune to seeing people on social media pay the stupid tax. So it's kind of a daily occurrence. It's a run of the mill for me. I watch people do stupid things on social media every day, and it's to the point where I've become desensitized to a lot of that stuff online. It's worthless unless you can get him to autograph it. That's a fair point, because there are some people who have paid more money for their sets to be signed by the set designer, and when you go buy a guitar from a famous musician, that guitar sells for more if the musician autographed it. It'd be like it's kind of like on the book on the book release days, when the author does the book signing, where you buy the book at the bookstore, and then the author is there to sign it, and the only reason the author's there is because you gave them their money, so they'll sign your book. It's not just that Lego is getting expensive; it's that collectibles in general are getting expensive. Because if people think that the Lego prices are bad, wait till you see what the prices are for Pokemon and Boo Boo right now. That's a whole nother can of worms. Boo Boo is exploding in its price, and there'll be a market crash for Boo Boo, like there were with the Beanie Babies, like there were with baseball cards. There'll be a market crash for that. I don't think pet rocks sell for anything anymore, and those fidget spinners came and went. No one's talked about a slinky since they put a man on the moon. Yeah, so if there's anything else anyone wants to talk about, I'd be happy to talk about it. And so thank you for 1,000 subscribers. Um, I think that's right. Yeah, that's the right spelling. I'm going to check my email because I'm expecting an email from someone. Apparently, we're getting an internet upgrade. And it's coming in September. One of Gladiator's new videos was messing around and named it Complaint Box, knowing no one will watch it. Lol. Or was that intentional? And Dusty just resubscribed to my channel. Thank you. And I just saw a comment come in. Just saw a comment come in. Oh, and it was from Gladiator. Says congratulations on 1,000 subscribers. Gonna heart that, and once again say thanks, fam. Yeah. So for those who don't know, if you want to publicly congratulate me on 1,000 subscribers, the best forum to do that is to go to my video that is titled "I Got New Lego Shelves," and this is the best place for you to comment your you congratulating me, as other people have done so, because this was uploaded on the day when I got 1,000 subscribers. And let's come back to the dashboard and let's zoom in on here again, because this is the most proud I've ever been on social media, getting to 1,000 subscribers. And we got some new people come on in. We got General Tron. Hello, General. Howdy, y'all. And Dina. Could not think of a name for the video. I wanted to call it random. I sometimes struggle to come up with names for videos too. But yeah, so it is the end of an era. We are ending the Brick Talk stream because my co-host is going his own way. He rebooted his channel because he had an existential crisis where he wasn't happy with his videos anymore, so he's starting from scratch. And that means that once again I am going into live stream retirement, which means I will no longer be doing regularly scheduled streams for the foreseeable future, and I am now fielding candidates for the next co-host of my streams. That doesn't mean I won't do a pop-up stream if I feel like it. That just means that I won't be doing regularly scheduled content. And I will be working behind the scenes with people who want to commit to joining me in a 24-hour stream for my 1,000 subscriber celebration. I will not be doing that unless I can get 5 people who will commit to doing it with me, because I want to have fun on my streams, and I don't want to go for 24 hours on my own. I want to share the experience with other people, like how we shared that experience on Clicking Cliff's 3,000 subscriber celebration. I want to I want to share I want to replicate that experience with my 1,000 subscriber celebration. It might take me until 1,100 subscribers before people want to commit to doing that with me. But I'm not in any rush to do that because I'll be at grad school for the next 3 months. I'll be at grad school for the next 3 months. Lots of people have fun on the streams. The streams would be more viable if there was more of them. The average person is awake for 16 hours per day. I've stayed up for 24 hours on multiple occasions. I've also stayed up on 20 hours on multiple occasions, on or off camera, because I go to bed when my body tells me to, or my schedule tells me to. I get that feeling. So, is there anything that anyone else wants to talk about? Because I'd be happy to talk about anything that you guys want to talk about. I'm not gonna put. No, sorry. I'm not gonna put a hard and fast out, but we do have to go before Cal goes live because I said that I would raid. To Cal, but if the demand dries up, then I wouldn't be afraid to call it early. Yeah, that subscriber growth would be from uploading consistently and and the videos having thumbnails that people want to click on. Yeah, so I wanna see that video on your channel, Gladiator. See what you were talking about. Oh yeah. Well, you put Sexy Rexy in the thumbnail, so I'm definitely going to watch that. And yeah, you're probably gaining subscribers because, at least, because you've had a couple shorts that have gotten 1,000 views recently. That's probably why. Oh, sorry, I moved the wrong thing. Okay. Actually, I need to see something on Discord. I need to see something on Discord. Okay, yeah. See you soon, TMC Dina. I'm just here for whoever comes in. Hello, RC. Yeah, I saw people tweeting about that when I woke up. RIP Ozzy Osbourne. Hope you're doing well today. Okay, so you know what? This is actually relatable to you, RC. My co-host of the Brick Talk has decided to go his own separate way because he had an existential crisis, so he pushed the reboot button on his channel and he's starting from scratch. So the Brick Talk streams are over, and once again I am without a co-host. So I am now fielding candidates for the next co-host of my streams, which means I'm going back into live stream retirement. That doesn't mean that I won't do a pop-up stream whenever I feel like it. That means that once again I'm not doing regularly scheduled live streams. I'm at the point now where I can't depend on social on Lego YouTube streaming, apart from people who have a vested interest in the overall outcome. You can't expect long-term commitment from anyone anymore. You can't, because life gets in everyone's way. Whether it's employment, whether it's family, or whether it's people who don't know what they're doing. Which is why some people only log into YouTube once a month, and other people don't ever get off the ground to begin with. So I will and I was starting to see the signs um before the decision was made, which is why I'm not shocked or anything, because I could see it. I could see it coming. I knew the writing was on. I knew the writing was on the wall before I think they saw that the writing was on its wall. Uh, RC says, I never had an existential crisis. You didn't. Just had a time crisis. You did because you're chasing the American dream. Just struggling to make a solid schedule. Um, um, exactly, because we've said it multiple times before. At times before, um, chasing the American dream is more important than social media. Um, I try to do so as well, but I kind of broke my streak 2 days ago. I broke my streak, and I'm not sure if that's because of Lego burnout or something. But I have a train channel that I end up watching a lot of train videos when I have a Lego burnout, because I'm probably more passionate about Thomas the Tank Engine than I am with Lego, to be honest. It's just that Lego is way more worth my while. Um, exactly, trains are fun, and also go subscribe to the Train Czar Fun channel, which is um, Brigzar's train channel. Exactly, 1,000 subscribers is why Lego is more worth my while. I committed time to Lego, and it got me this far, which is why I'm happy with myself. Um, and Lego has done a lot of Western trains. You know what? I'm actually going to go to Brickset, and we're going to pick out some of the Western trains. I'm going to search Western. No, sorry. Let me get this. Let me get this right. I absolutely do deserve it because I put the time and energy into it. That's why I don't believe in luck, because luck takes away all the accountability and the hard work we put into our lives. So I'm going to stop sharing this, and we're going to share Brickset. I'm going to search Western train and see what comes up. So there's these two sets, promptly called Western Train, set 726, from the train theme in 1976, had 291 pieces, 2 minifigures, and used condition right now sells for $362. And this was from the Blue Track era. So there's that. There's the Western Train Chase, set 7597, which was a Toy Story 3 set, had 584 pieces, 3 minifigures, originally retailed for $80, and in used condition now sells for $192. I never liked the locomotive for this 440 because it doesn't have a tender. Although I really like the rolling stock in this set. I like the rolling stock way more than the locomotive. And then there's some other things. There's the Thatcher Perkins. The Thatcher Perkins locomotive. Yeah, there's the Thatcher Perkins locomotive, set 396, which was in the hobby set theme from 1976, 438 pieces, used condition, sells for over $500. That has the big red wheels in it. And this was a hobby set, which means it was not compatible with the Lego train system. It's a display model. And so you can see some unprinted Lego minifigure heads there. And I'm not sure if those yellow side rods were sold in other sets. But this is a 460 without its tender. So there was that. There was the Thatcher Perkins. Then there was the Lone Ranger train, which was the Constitution train chase. Yeah, the Constitution train chase. Set 79111 from the Lone Ranger theme in 2013. Had 699 pieces, 7 minifigures, retailed for $100, and now sells used for almost triple that. Outside of the Bricklink Designer Program Western trains, this is probably the best of the locomotives they ever made, because it actually comes with a tender. And it's in that nice dark green, like what the Emerald Knight had. It's got a goods van for storing some of the dynamite, and it's got a flatbed that has the machine gun on it, and it has a water tower that can fall in front of the train on the tracks. It's got the rocks that explodes if you put some dynamite on it, and it's got one of the brush bushes in a dark tan color, which you don't see that color very often for that piece. But probably my favorite, and it's debatable if this is a Western train, but I like to call it that because it has the general style. Well, the rolling stock looks very Western, but the locomotive isn't. So I'm on the fence, but I think it gives me the Western vibes without it being a Western train. And this actually did come with the 9-volt motor. The Constitution train chase is probably a better overall set, but I enjoy this set more. So it's set 3225 Classic Train from the 9-volt train theme, released in 1998. Had 281 pieces, 3 minifigures, retailed for $66, and now sells for almost $500 in used condition, and it's only marginally more in new condition. So you got the tank engine, you got the tipper, you got the flatbed, and you got the caboose, which isn't actually a caboose because it's more of a really short. It's more of a really short coach, but it looks a lot like a caboose because it has seats inside for people to sit down. And if it was a caboose, then it would have ventilation up top, and in this time it would probably have a stove pipe as well, which it doesn't. So yeah. Let me put this back on. Yeah, so what are other people saying to go on about those trains? Yeah, I'll read people sequentially. So Gladiator says some stuff. Worst Lego sets were the Galador. Anyone agree? I think a lot of people would agree. Yeah, the Constitution train chase. A lot of people still want it. They are very expensive now. And then General Tron says some things. Yeah. Says, found out early on watching others that it's more work than generally worth it unless you get the traction like Duck Bricks and some of the others. Yeah, you have to work really hard with the algorithm to get what you want. Yeah, I think we covered the Lone Ranger train. Lots of night. I think the Western trains are some of the best trains that Lego has ever made. Yeah, and mostly because there were no diesels in the Wild West, and Lego doesn't make as many steam engines as what they should. Yeah, it's like one of the old British Railways four-wheel coaches. Four-wheel coaches were weren't really used on mainline services in England after World War One. They were relegated to branch line trains. And then RC says some things. Actually started work on the Western section now because I've completed Pirates, Castle, and the City. I now have Western on my current list with Arctic and Underwater next up. Are you considering the Bricklink sets? No, I'm not, because they're its own thing. They have one really nice Western train that just gone. Yeah, because Brigzar made a video about it. I think the one with the bridge was technically a logging train, because the Western trains are to the 1800s. What the logging trains are to the 1900s. Yeah, it's a big upfront investment, and some people can't afford it. Some people just can't afford it. My quality would be much more shit if I didn't spend over $4,000 on my technology for streams and videos. The quality would be a lot more shit. But that's a 10-year investment. They were. I kind of regret not buying the Silver Mine Shootout and the Colby City Showdown. I'll show you those, because everyone gravitates to the Constitution Train Chase, but I really like the Silver Mine Shootout. Let's go to the Lone Ranger theme on brick set. Oopsie. Yeah, let's go to the Lone Ranger theme on brick set. And there was a Gandhi, there was a hand car in this as well, which was a poly bag, and it looks like it was a gift with purchase. So perhaps if you bought some of the more, or if you spent X amount of dollars on Lone Ranger sets, Because I know at one point this was sold individually. And then maybe to clear it out, they offered it as a gift with purchase somehow. I'm charging my phone while I'm doing this stream. But they also had a campfire for Tonto. This was the army builder set, included the Lone Ranger and 3 of the cavalry. See, look right there. It says cavalry. A lot of people get it wrong by saying cavalry. It's cavalry. LIGO says it right there with set 79106. A lot of people really like this, the Komachi camp, because it comes with the canoe, it comes with a cool piece of terrain, and a lot of the Western builders like any kind of teepeeing. I know that Just Too Good really likes this stagecoach set. It's got the really cool light tan wagon wheels. And it's got that I forget what this woman is called, but she's got the saloon's owner's wife hair. At least that's what that minifigure reminds me of. a saloon owner's wife. Now I'm going to talk about Colby City Showdown last because I want to properly illustrate why I like this so much. There's the Constitution train chase, which we showed off earlier, but we'll talk about this first. This is set 79110, the Silver Mine Shootout Lone Ranger theme 2013. Has 644 pieces, 5 minifigures, 4 of which were unique to this set. Because that's a Butch Cavendish. I forget who that guy is. I think that version of Tonto has some exclusive printing, and I'm pretty sure this Indian is exclusive to this. It retailed for $70 US, and in used condition, it doubled in price. This is very much reminiscent of the Dwarves Mine from the Fantasy Castle sets. Just a bit scaled down, because you got the mine cart right there. You got the waterfall on the left. You got some of the wooden structure on the right, and you got the terrain on the left that flows down to the waterfall. So you can very much compare this to the Bandit's Secret Hideout from the Western sets. Although it's not on a base plate, the minecart track is longer. It actually has a similar size of wooden terrain, but instead of the grey big ugly rock pieces, it uses one of those dark tan big ugly rock pieces and some rock panels, and it mixes with some light tan slopes to give the sand look, and it's got that really nice crane at the top there that shifts the bucket where they're panning for gold, and above the windows they got the cow skull. You never see the carcass of the cow. You only ever see its skull. I wonder why. Yeah, so there's a lot of reasons why I really like this set. I think it's up there with the Dwarves Mine and the Bandit's Secret Hideout. But I want to talk about this more so. This is set 79109, the Colby City Showdown, 2013 Lone Ranger. Had 587 pieces, 5 minifigures, retailed for $50 US, and in used condition has almost to doubled in price. But you could add this to a western town, and it has a bank and a sheriff's office. Now, if you remember the Wild West / Western theme, you might find this a little bit familiar. A bank and a sheriff's office. Gee, I wonder where I've seen that before. But this has a nice dark green walls on top of light bluish grey masonry bricks with white accents. And this is a very wooden-like structure with a jail cell that's built out of stone. With the dark tan brush bush on the side there, and there's a little wagon that has some gold, that has some money, and some explosives right there. But you might be thinking, gee, I wonder where I've seen a bank and a sheriff's office before. Well, let's go to the Western theme, and I'll show you where you've seen them before. The Sheriff's Lockup from 1996. A sheriff's office. Very on brand, very cool. There's the Bandit Secret Hideout that we talked about, that was comparable to the Silvermine Shootout. But probably my second favorite of the Western sets, Gold City Junction. I want to get into this. Set 6765, Gold City Junction, also known as Silver City. From the Western theme, the sub-theme of Cowboys, released in 1996, had 350 pieces, 6 minifigs, originally retailed for $50 US, and has almost increased in price by 500%. This has a bank, which is where you saw it before. But this also has a general store, and these are both on light tan 16 by 32 base plates. And it also has a wagon that is carrying some of the valuables from or to the bank, and has some guns to defend the valuables, and there's some safes inside of there. That banker is exclusive to this set, and there's got a sign out front that says Lego Rado. I'll try get a zoom in there, which means that the town or the counting is called Lego Rado. And I wish they had made more buildings in the Western theme that you could add to this because if they call this either Gold City Junction, well, if they call this either Gold City or Silver City, wouldn't it be cool if they made some other businesses? But I think the idea was that you could make your own buildings to add to this. Of course, Lego was never going to make a saloon or anything, because they're against drinking. They're against alcohol. More so back then than what they are now. Parisian restaurant. And so I know there have been plenty of people who have made their own Western town mocks to complement the Gold City Junction. And I think of some of the businesses in the Western movie by Seth MacFarlane called A Million Ways to Die in the West. There was a doctor's office. There was a hair care store where that guy with the big mustache sold his shaving cream products. And there was some of the buildings for the farms. There was the fairgrounds for the carnival. What were some of the other? There were some other businesses in that town that really didn't get much screen time, and I can't really pick out from what I remember seeing that movie. But I just imagine if I had Gold City Junction, I would try and build some of those other businesses from the town from A Million Ways to Die in the West, and then recreate the scene in that movie where the Seth MacFarlane cowboy challenges the man with the big mustache to a shootout, and Seth MacFarlane's girlfriend, who is actually the mistress of the bandit, who is played by Liam Neeson, ends up shitting his pants and ends up vomiting in someone's hat. I would want to make a town scene I would want to make a western town just to recreate that scene. That would be pretty funny. So yeah, that's enough out of the Gold City Junction. Let me get this back to say thank you for 1,000 subscribers, everybody. Let's see what everyone's saying. I've gone on my spiel about some of those Western sets. What's everyone saying? Yeah, the Lone Ranger sets were epic because they built upon how awesome the Western sets were. Oh, so you had the Stagecoach. Nice. Then your nieces got their hands on it, tore it apart. Sadly, could never recover any of the parts. That's a shame. That's a shame. And then RC says some stuff. Yep, you see. Yeah, we said that. I like the older Western teepee better with the cloth teepee over the plastic ones. Yeah, that's what a lot of people say. I prefer the cloth over the plastic vinyl, and they do have some of the coolest figs that Lego's ever made. Don't forget, Lego Movie sets also had a few Western sets, but not many did pay tribute to the theme. Yeah, they had. I forget which scenes from the Lego Movie Western sets were based on, but there was that Western world in as one of the 6 worlds or whatever in the Lego Movie. Yes, the Bricklink Designer Program made a Western saloon, and they made a Western general store. And then General Tron says some stuff too, so we'll go through that. The Silver Mine shootout is reminiscent, yep, exactly, of the Dwarves Mine. Both are very cool sets. Got a point there. Only ever see a cow skull, never the rest of it. I think it's because they don't want people to realize that the cowboys or the bandits, they already ate the rest of the cow. Maybe dogs chewed up the rest of the bones. Maybe. General has the Old West Sheriff's Office and the bank. Nice. A lot of people really like the Sheriff's Office because of the exploding feature with the dynamite for the jail cell. Got all the old Western sets, well, all but the big Indian village. Yeah, because there was the boulder. Yeah, for the Indian sub theme of the Wild West theme, they separated them into sub themes so that they never included cowboys and Indians in the same set, which is why they had the cowboys going after the bandits and the Indians were chilling by themselves in sets like the Boulder Cliff Canyon and the Rapid River Village. Like that cash wagon, it's got an explodable and it got explosive at the back. Yeah, that's why it had the guns on top to defend itself, and it had the bank safe on the sides. And I see some new people who came into the chat. Hey, Jude, good to see you here, buddy. And yo! Cliff. And Dean is back. Yeah, you have a good night's sleep, Gladiator. Thanks for coming out today, and thanks for your comments. I enjoyed reading them. What else? What else is going on in here? Yeah, that was probably my longest yo ever. I don't care. Yeah, so this is the end of an era. Brick Talk is ceasing productions because my co-host is going their separate way, and they have an existential crisis. They are rebooting their channel because they want to start from scratch. So, once again, I am without a co-host, which means I am fielding new candidates to be my next co-host, which means that I am retiring from live streams again. That doesn't mean I might not choose to do a pop-up stream if I feel like it. It just means that that there will be no more regularly scheduled content. No, so there will be no more regularly scheduled streams for a while. Yeah, I did it until my voice cracked. Did that until my voice cracked. Yeah, and so over the last this month, I had more stuff to say about Lego, which is why I brought back the Thursday uploads. But because I'm going back to grad school on Monday, we're going back to the one video per week. And once I get all of my whole videos out of the way, then I've got videos coming. I'm probably going to do some of those whole videos and give some context to what I'm going to do with those sets in those videos. But before then, I got the city update, which is coming out. And then I've got another video about minifigure habitats, which is coming out. And I've got a video about the Arctic train, which is also coming out. So you can ring that notification bell. You can ring that notification bell so that you won't miss out when I do that or when I upload that stuff. And after I get all that stuff out of the way, I'm almost ready to take another break from minifigure habitats. I kind of am. I'm just going to let the ideas build up, because the reason why I am now taking suggestions from people within the Lego community, like how Cliff suggested I build a scene based on Jurassic Park, is because I'm out of my own ideas, and the minifigure habitat series has been popular enough, which has motivated me to come out with episode 10 of that in August. Episode 10 of my minifigure habitats will be coming out in August, and if no one's seen my other videos, about my minifigure habitats, then there is a playlist on my channel that you can go see for that. And so the episode 10 is also a suggestion from someone that I actually entered into a mock contest, and I've been writing down ideas from people suggesting. There have been people who have asked me if I have or have not done certain things, but they have not formally requested I build upon their requests. So for example, someone asked if I had made anything for Breaking Bad, and I responded no. And I said, would you like me to build something for Breaking Bad? And they did not respond to me. So until someone requests I build something for Breaking Bad, I will not be building anything for Breaking Bad. Heather requested that I build the bunk bed scene from the Step Brothers movie. And so I'm now going to add that to the list of ideas. And in the past, on my videos for the minifigure habitats, people have given me some suggestions there. So I'm going to go back into those comments and try to pick out some of the best ones. So it'll be up to you guys to feed the grist mill of which Lego minifigure habitats I'll build next, because the only reason I started doing them in the first place was because I wanted a good way to display the Blacktron, the Mtron, and the Ice Planet collectible minifigures from Series 26. And so I did that, and it spiraled into doing other things because they're easy to build if you have the right pieces. And episode 10 has a little bit of a surprise that you may not have seen coming. So that'll be coming out in sometime in August. But I need to clean off my city. I need to put some new mocks into my city that I dug out from underneath my table. So there will be new things going into my city, and I'll give you a clue to some of them. Some of the mocks that I'm adding back into the city are going onto street corners. So you're hearing it here first. And I still need to shift a couple things around to get the Daily Bugle back in like I promised on the June city update. Yeah, so I wanted to give that information. What else? Well, that would be fun if Dina wants to try something. I'm open to negotiations. Yeah, says yeah. Yeah, Dina wouldn't. Yeah, so Dina isn't committing to it. Schedules matter. Schedules matter. In a perfect world, that's what we would be doing. In a perfect world, but sadly the world isn't perfect. Otherwise, we would all be millionaires and we wouldn't have to work a day else in our lives. But I've got friends who are chasing the American dream, and I've got friends who are winning. Yeah, because RC has been teasing that he's working on a new update video. And just well, you know what? So some people are making suggestions right now. General Tron with you're watching Thrones right now. Um, Conan the Barbarian. I don't know what that is. Also toying with the idea for 3 different Scandinavian thrones. Yeah, so RC would like me to do something for Breaking Bad. Wait, does one of the characters cook drugs in Breaking Bad? Can someone confirm that there's a character in Breaking Bad who cooks drugs? I've never seen Breaking Bad. Um, yeah, it's not 100% together right now, but because I've moved house twice, and I never really put it back together when I got to the house I am right now. But majority of the structure is still there. Oh, you got throne pics on your Instagram. So that's all. So that's one of the big things in that show, is it? Well, I'll have to do my research now, because if that's the case, I'm like, hey, what's up? Hello, sit your pretty ass. As soon as you came in the door, I just want to chill. Got a sack for us to roll. Married to the money. Introduce her to my stove. Showed her how to whip it. Now she remixing for low. She my trap queen. Let her hit the bando. We'll be counting up. Watch our father men's go. We just set a goal. Talking matching Lambos. 56 a gram, 500 grams. Though man, I swear I love how she worked the damn pole. Hit the strip club. We'll be letting bands go. Everybody heard it. We're just calling fans. They in love with the money. Money. I ain't never letting go. One is starting to get noticed a little. I guess I styled it right. Yeah, pictures make a thousand words on Instagram, and yeah, and my the pictures of my minifigure habitats are they consistently get over 10 likes, so that further validates the success of my minifigure habitats. There is a market for them, which I'm thankful for. Yo! Joe. Yeah, buddy. Long. Uh, it wasn't just you. It was also Cliff. I'll do that anytime someone comes into my chat and says "yo." Kind of like how I go into people's chat and say relevancy is currency, because that's how you get to 1,000 subscribers, people. I'm a walk into a Lego shop with that loud owner speaker. Yeah. So yeah. So it's the end of an era. We're ending the Brick Talk stream because my co-host wants to go his separate way. He's having an existential crisis. He is hitting the reboot button. He is starting from scratch. Oh, that's a new name. Hello, Sigma Builds. Don't think I've seen you here before, so welcome to the mayohosko channel. And also, hello, Italian Gaming 123. Good to see you here, buddy. I want to. Oh, okay, yeah. it's 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 you, Joel. Yeah, I'm not going to repeat myself. Everyone only gets once. A one. Once per stream. So yeah, everything is totally Sigma, and everything is totally Ohio, and Skibbity Toilet is the best thing on the internet. And Elmo went to have sex with Spider-Man and Elsa. And Coco Melon is the best quality children's entertainment ever. And that is all sarcasm. Yeah, so as a result, I am because he wants to start from scratch. So once again, I am fielding candidates for the next co-host on my streams. I am retiring from regularly scheduled streaming. That doesn't mean I won't do a pop-up stream every now and then if I decide I want to. So what's up is everything that I just explained. And thank you for 1,000 subscribers, everybody. Everyone's got a little bit of injuries. I try to do everything to avoid carpal tunnel. I used to have really bad wrist pain, so now I do everything to keep my wrist flat. Yeah, I first saw you from Chip. I first saw you on Chip's streams. RC asks the most important questions. So what's going to be your August 1st purchase, since your August releases are different than ours here in the States? I think for the August, our releases are actually the same. It's that Europe and the UK gets their sets in June, not August, because of some kind of a distribution thing. Are you talking about CBD oil? Yeah, let me close that tab. Is it the Technic one or the Speed or the Speed Champions one? So you got a prescription. Joel wants the arcade machine. Yeah, oil. Yeah, I gotcha. The minifigure set one. So the Speed Champions one. Actually, there's a Lego City. There's a Lego City set that has the unbranded Red Bull car in it. So it's either one of those two. Yeah. Yeah, so we're going to wait on over to Cal in a little less than 14 minutes, and wherever Cal is right now, if someone's talking to Cal right now, yeah, if someone's talking to Cal right now, tell him that I said on my stream, congrats on 300 subscribers. And everyone, make sure to leave a like on this video to tell YouTube that people like watching my streams. And if you're watching this live stream, you're probably already subscribed to begin with. So thank you for 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. And hello, Copper says congrats on 1,000 subscribers. Yes, I responded to your YouTube comment earlier. So good to see you here, buddy. And yes, thank you for the 1,000 subscribers. And whenever we decide whenever I can get 5 people to commit to doing the 24-hour live stream with me, that doesn't mean they can't allow themselves time to take a break and get some sleep. I just need 5 people to commit to doing it with me at any given time. So when we do that, that's when I will start the next giveaway on the mayohosko channel. And as always, we give away my sig fig. So you would especially want to enter the giveaway if you don't have my sig fig. A lot of people want them to make a modular hospital. Yeah, 2 days before I got to 1,000 subscribers, one of my friends, Britain Bricks, also got to 1,000 subscribers. And Joel, I think you're coming up to 800 subscribers if you're not already there. Yeah, then you might want to enter my giveaway when we do the 24-hour live stream for 1,000 subscribers. But I'll probably see you at Brick Fair, Virginia 26 anyway. Okay, so you're one subscriber away, Joel. Well, what we're gonna do? We're gonna help our buddy Joel. We're gonna help our buddy Joel because Joel hosted an epic challenge 30 mocks in 30 days, of which a contest came afterwards. And I entered that contest with what will be in episode 10 of my minifigure habitats. So I want everyone who hasn't all done so already to go subscribe to Joel. Go subscribe to Joel, everybody. Gonna put the link in the chat. Go subscribe to Joel's Bricks. Get him to 800 subscribers. And at the end of this stream, we'll go raid on over to the Brickable Cow. And when you guys raid on over there, if you haven't subscribed to the Brickable Cow, then go and do so when we raid the Brickable Cow. And we got 10 viewers watching right now. Thank you so much, everybody. We appreciate your watch time. I was about to just dip back down to 7. Curse you, algorithm. Yep, the more consistent YouTubers are, the more the YouTube algorithm will notice you. I would like to do that if Chip has the time to do it. 24 hours would be difficult, especially with parents. Could open on for a few hours, but 24 hours is impossible. Yeah, that's why I would want 5 people to commit to at least spend their day with me. It'd probably be a Saturday. And anyone who wants to pop up. Well, what I'd probably end up doing is I'd ask 5 people who want to spend the whole of their Saturday with me from the time they wake up to the time they go to bed, and probably 10 other people who commit to spend at least an hour with me. That would be kind of the situation which would prompt me to schedule it. 5 people to commit to doing a whole day, and another 10 people who commit to spend at least an hour. Yes, we just helped Joel get past 800 subscribers. Congratulations, Joel. Because when people share the love for me, when I get, well, now that I have 1,000 subscribers, I like to return the favor and help other people reach their next subscriber milestone. Because I know, well, because Cal, the Brickable Cal, got to 300 subscribers earlier today, and we just helped our good friend Joel get to get to 800, and we're all growing. We're all growing together. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, and I wish everyone nothing but the best in growing their channel, because other people have helped me so much to grow my channel. So it's only so in a perfect world, I would be running a philanthropic enterprise to help people and make a difference in this world, because my ultimate goal is to be a philanthropist when I have the capital behind me, to put more smiles on sad people's faces. And I want to do it one step at a time. And even if I can just cheer someone up by making a YouTube video about my Lego that makes them smile, then that's the first step on a 60-year journey. Yeah. Yeah, so there's lots of parameters before I do stuff, and there's lots of hoops that I have to jump through. And that's all part of the process, which makes reaching the other side more satisfying at the end of the day. Because when it comes to social media, I am a glass half full kind of person, because I have first-hand evidence that allows me to be glass half full. Yeah. So 5 minutes to go. We'll put the link in the chat. We don't talk about him anymore. Italian gaming, for reasons that I'm not going to get into. So gonna put the link in the chat to go raid the Brickable Cow after this stream. There's no need to apologize, because if you don't know, you don't know. All I'm going to say, as to any reason why, is I don't like people dropping the N word on my social media in any way, shape, or form. I'm not going to say anything else. Yeah, so I hope everyone had a good day today. My day is just beginning. I'm 5 hours into my day. And the stream started off a little bit slow, but we gradually picked up traction throughout the stream, and now I can walk away from this stream saying that we had a good time today. I communicated all of the necessary information I needed to get across, and I'm going to share more of that concrete information in a video form, which will be the next video that I am uploading to my channel. So that'll be the Thursday upload. Yeah. It actually took a while for one of my friends to help me realize that happened. And I'm not gonna be the one who says that you can't use that word, and I'm not gonna defend the use of that word. My stance with that is I don't want to be associated with that word on my social media because of the controversy it causes. And if people bring me into disrepute in any way, shape, or form, then I don't need to associate with some people anymore. if you want to go through the legwork of doing that, we can try organize something. But I normally don't do collaborations with anyone unless we build trust first. Like, I don't allow people on my streams unless I have trust. So yeah, gonna take that off, and I'm gonna put So I need to build up trust with people before I decide to do stuff with people. So we put the link in the chat for everyone to go right on over to the Brickable over to the Brickable Cow. So you can put that link into your browsers, because we are ending in 1 minute. So I hope everyone enjoyed the stream, and I hope you'll come back for more streams whenever I do them in the future. And you can go right on over to the Brickable Cow, and if you haven't already done so, when you get there, go subscribe to Cal, because he's got plans for his 300 subscribers, like how I have plans for my 1,000 subscribers. So thank you for watching this stream. It is appreciated. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. I'll see you on the next time I decide to do a live stream. I'll see you sometime before I go back to grad school in my next 2 videos. And I'll see you in the next video. Go raid the Brickable Cow. Go do it. Bye, guys. Click that link and go raid the Brickable Cow.